It is reported in the annals of history that there are more than 2.2 billion children on Earth, whilst 2 billion of these children have rights and they live in a developing country. Presumably, the said children are biologically designed to pay attention to the other children in their lives. They try to fit in with them, to be able to do what they do, and to know what they know. These children are global citizens who deserve to mature and inherit a legacy of character and faith. In mitigating the aforesaid declaration, let us put this conversation in context. Historically, children have rights, and in the antiquity period, nobody thought to give special protection to children. However, in the Middle Age period, children were considered as small adults. This action led to other actions because in the middle of the 19th century, the idea appears in France to give children special protection for working children. This was followed by other developments, such as enabling the progressive development of minors' rights. Since 1841, laws start to protect children in their workplace. Since 1881, French laws include the right for the children to be educated. What is uniquely interesting, at the beginning of the 20th century, children's protection started to be put in place, including protection in the medical, social, and judicial fields. As an author, licensed cultural practitioner, and student of film, metaphorically, I have employed a close-up angle so as to facilitate visual storytelling as an interactive exchange platform which highlight details and experiences about the global culture of children. This conversation is revealed explicitly through this narrative, which contextualizes children of culture within the presence of time and space. Children of culture should not only be perceived as a story which is verbalized and portrayed, but a theoretical construct that encompasses and transcends a wide range of works within children's literature repertoire globally. Plausibly, all of these characteristics are noted in other cultural spheres, which are expressed differently in childhood culture, within different games, different traditions, somewhat different values, and different ways of making friends, gives credence to the fact that children are perceived as all potential or actually young literates from the instant they can, with joy leaf through a picture book or listen to a story read aloud, validates the doctrine of this discourse. It is also ironic that children's books are written, selected for publication, sold, bought, reviewed, and often read aloud by grown-ups, a view espoused by Clifton Feidman. Given the importance and the relevance of this discourse, children and culture are recognized as the power agents of change within culture. Children are also the main constituent of any future generation. Children are global citizens who deserve to mature and inherit a legacy of character and faith. After I have examined the utterances espoused by several theorists, it became more visible that in other cultural spaces, the theory of difference seemingly has roots. For example, there are different childhood culture, different games, different traditions, different values, and different ways of making friends are part of children's cultures, which often set themselves up as if in opposition to adult culture, often quite deliberately and adaptatively, a view espoused by Clifton Feynman. In all cultural spheres, there are signs to look for when children are experiencing problems, especially with reading comprehension. This is a sign of trouble. It's a view espoused by Eileen Bailey. Further, children of the past move a lot, and their sensory world was nature-based and simple. Whilst in the past, family time was often spent doing chores, and children had expectations to meet on a daily basis. The dining room table was a central place where families came together to eat and talk about their day, and after dinner became the center for baking, crafts, and homework, a view espoused by Chris Rowan. Technology is an ever-present part of our daily lives, and the amount of time we spend interacting with our personal technology devices are only increasing as we feel the need to stay connected. As a result of the above action, it's nearly impossible to prevent our young children from also desiring these interactions. The influence of the media on the psychological development of children are profound. Thus, it is important for physicians to discuss with parents the child's exposure to media and to provide guidance on age-appropriate use of all media, including television, radio, music, video games, and the internet, a view expressed by Anastasia Bologna. In this context, children usually interact with us through signs, symbols, and language, whether it is verbal or non-verbal, according to Varsa Taiji. It is reported that in other cultural environments, it is observed that the rights of children are part of their culture, and it is a way of life. Therefore, we should continue to support the rights of children. They should be heard, taken seriously, the right to free speech, information, to maintain privacy, and to develop cultural identity. The theory of faith is an important expression of children of culture. According to Arthur Dorbian, we act in faith when there is no guarantee, no certainty. No one knows what kind of life an infant will have, yet people continue to have children. No one can know how life with or mates will turn out, yet we continue to have faith our relationships will last a lifetime. Thomas Licona, through his lens, draws our attention to the fact that parenting is arguably the hardest job there is and the one for which we get no trade-in. This close-up view of Licona's statement implies that raising children of culture with character is critical because children of culture need a legacy. No matter who we are, where we live, or what our goals may be, we will have one thing in common, a heritage. This is a social, emotional, and spiritual legacy passed on from parent to child. Every one of us is past a heritage, lives out a heritage, and gives a heritage to our family. It is not an option. Parents always pass to their children a legacy, good, bad, or some of both. A spiritual, emotional, and social legacy is like a three-stranded cord. Individually, each strand cannot hold much weight, but wrapped together, they are strong, a view espoused by J. Otis Ledbetter. The children of culture express behaviors and mannerisms suggests that during their development and growth, they should increase in wisdom and favor with their Creator and all global citizens. This thinking is supported by Ezra Taft Benson, who believes that the four major fields of man's activity and striving: mental, physical, spiritual, and social. Benson's view is juxtaposed against Mahayana Ganjana view that every child on Earth faces an uncertain future due to the effects of climate change, and not one country is doing enough to ensure its children's sustained well-being, a new report says. These findings are compiled by over 40 child and adolescent health experts in a commission conveyed by the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and the Medical Journal. The Lancet showed that the health and future for every child and teen in the world is under threat. But of even greater concern, every child worldwide now faces existential threats from climate change and commercial pressures. The more that I have fleshed out this subject, I have concluded that although children of culture have cultural signatures, yet they are similar to the tenets of children's literature. Children of culture and children's literature occupy similar theoretical spaces. They are constructs, they are cliches, and they are not antithesis to culture. Children of culture becomes a descriptor to communicate with all global citizens that this story, which details about the experiences of children revealed explicitly through this narrative, is a genre which encompasses a wide range of works which draw global citizens' attention to children of culture since they occupy time and space. Overall, although these children of culture becomes the pretext that focuses our attention on this way of life, invariably the children of culture are global citizens who deserve to mature and inherit a legacy of character and faith.